Good evening, my beautiful brothers and sisters in Yeshua. Today is Wednesday, the 23rd of August, 2023. It is 11:29 p.m. here in Australia. I hope you're all blessed. I hope you're all well. So many people are talking about this Revelation 12 sign that's happening on September the 19th, 2023. So I believe, and many people are seeing now, that the one that happened in 2017 on the 23rd of September was the conception, and now this is going to be the birth. As you can see, the sun is clothing the woman, the moon is at her feet, okay, and have a look at what is in her stomach is the child. The child is being born. Now, what I wanted to bring to you today, because I've just done a YouTube video, but I want to make this short TikTok video to show you something very significant. See over here, we have the constellation Serpents, okay? And that is the snake, the serpent, all right? And what's holding the head and the tail is Orpheoctus, and that is represented as Michael the Archangel. He is the one who stands up in heaven, has the war in heaven, and he's going to cast Satan down. That's why he's the the serpent bearer, right? He's going to cast Satan and his angels down. And look, what's above the serpent's head is the crown, and he is at her feet, waiting for that child to be born so he can devour that child. But as soon as the child is born, brothers and sisters, it shall be caught up. And that word caught up, okay, in the Greek is hapazo, which means to be caught up, a snatching away, the rapture, in other words. Okay, so this is absolutely amazing that this is going on. So like I said, I've done a YouTube video. It's quite long, but it goes into great detail and biblical evidence of why this upcoming Feast of Trumpets on the 1st of Tishri on September between the 17th to the 19th is a highly significant day, high watch period for the rapture and the deliverance of the bride. And I just want to do a quick explanation while I'm here with the difference between the bride and the guests, okay, those that are taken and those that are left behind. Okay, so if you can imagine a big square, okay, and that big square is the field. In the corner you have a little barley bunch, okay, and in the field you have the wheat, and outside of the field you have the grapes, okay. So the barley bunch is represented in one of the seals. You see, you get 1 measure of wheat for a day's pay and 3 measures of barley for a day's pay. The wheat and the barley is in a reference to a parable that Yeshua Jesus Christ talked about, the parable of the talents, okay, where the one had 1 talent and he went and buried it because he was scared of the master, or he was scared of God, and the ones that had 3, they went and doubled it, okay, so they could give it back to their master. The barley, which is the bride, which is the 5 wise virgins, we are doubling, because what we've received as the gift of the spirits by telling people the gospel, sharing the good news, sounding the alarms to the high watch dates, you know, constantly looking up, waiting for our redemption, and telling other people about this blessed hope. You know, these are the good fruits of the Spirit, right? And the barley has 3 measures of them. So this barley, which is right in the corner of the field, it's many are chosen, called, okay, we're all called for this beautiful gift, but only few are chosen, and that's the bride. We're ready to go. We've got our Jesus bags packed. At any moment we're looking up, we're ready to go, okay. We believe the promise, okay. The ones in the field are lukewarm. They're sitting on the fence. They believe, but they don't 100% have the trust in the promise of the word of God, of what he said, that he would send his son to come and gather us. There'd be 2 in the field, one to be taken, one to be left. Look at the church of Laodicea, right? Oh, how I wish you were hot or cold, but because you're lukewarm, I'm going to spit you out of my mouth. The 2 differences between the bride, or the barley, is you see in Revelation 3:20, it says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock." Okay, so there's the invitation. And then in Revelation 4:1, it said, "I heard a voice speaking to me." It says, "Come up hither," and I heard a trumpet, and immediately I was in the Spirit before the throne of God, and I saw everything that happened hereafter. Okay, so we go up there, we're immediately, in the twinkling of an eye, in the Spirit before the throne, and we see everything that happens hereafter. Whereas the guest, the wheat, and the 5 foolish virgins, they come later in the multitude rapture, which no man can number. Because it says, where did these people come from and who are they? And it says, these are those who came out of great tribulation, and they had to wash their robes to make them white in the blood of the Lamb. Because brothers and sisters, right now, many are called. The invitation is free right now. You believe, receive, and accept Jesus Christ, that he died for us on the cross, and he was risen again by his Father. You believe that and receive that, like really, really believe that with your heart, soul, and mind, you will be saved and you will be taken. But if you're lukewarm and you're doubting it and you're like, oh, I'm not really sure, then you will go into that great tribulation to be refined and purified. And so right now, with the free gift, Jesus paid the price. He paid with his death so that we don't have to. Okay, but if you go into the great tribulation because you are lukewarm, then you're going to have to pay the price with your life and wash your robe to make it white. Okay, why would you even risk that, brothers and sisters? Please just jump on the bride train now. Accept the gift that it's free, right now, and be on the bride train. You can see another example of this is when Yeshua Jesus Christ was first resurrected. He went straight away the first day of the week at the evening. He went straight away to his disciples. They were all there except for Thomas. Now Thomas, which is known as Doubting Thomas, he wasn't there because he said, "I don't believe that Jesus has resurrected. Right? I have to see it with my own eyes." These are like the lukewarm ones, left behind ones. Okay, but he first came to all the disciples except for Thomas and showed him the holes in his hands, right? And then 8 days later, he went again to the disciples, and Thomas was there now. And Thomas said, "I need to see the holes in your hands and the holes in your feet, and then I believe." And Jesus said, "Here, I'll show you. You needed to see to believe, but blessed are those who don't see and still believe." It's all about belief, grace through faith, brothers and sisters. It's really that beautiful and that easy. And this is the difference between the bride and the guests, okay? And even in Daniel 11, you read that those with understanding, they knew, but some of them fell, okay, to be tried and purified and to make their robes white. Okay, why not jump on the bride train? The gift is here, the gift is free. Jesus paid with his life so that we don't have to. Okay, just accept, receive, and believe and confess that with your mouth now. But if you don't, and you're lukewarm, and you're not fully trusting in the Lord and his promises and the word of God, then you are going to go into the great tribulation to be refined and purified. Hopefully that is only for 10 days. And the reason I say that is there's so many things that point to the Feast of Trumpets, which is the open door feast. When you've got the Feast of Trumpets, you've got 10 days from the first day of Tishri to the 10th day of Tishri, which is the Day of Atonement. The books of life and death are opened, and then they're shut on the 10th day. Okay, so it says in Revelation that the devil will throw some of you into prison for 10 days. Be faithful unto death to receive your crown. So hopefully and prayerfully it is only for 10 days, but those 10 days are going to be horrific. Take the gift now, brothers and sisters. It's a free gift now. So come over to YouTube. That's my channel there, Rebecca B. It's the Feast of Trumpets. Rapture is looking highly likely. Big Bible study. I know it's long, but lots of stuff happening on September 19th, even around the world. So anyway, come over there. I'll see you over in the video. Well, if I don't see you in the next video, I'll see you in the skies. God bless you. I love you. Bye-bye.